Addicted. Shorty got me addicted. Shorty got me addicted. Addiction. She like Mary Jane, ecstasy. I need her next to me. You get the remedy. I'm sipping Hennessy. She texted me, said she expected me to get the sex she needs.
She thinks of me when she come along, so I might see if I come on out. I've been thinking about what you do to me. Can I live without you and me?
We chicken in the street, she in the driver's seat. Hold it down for me, might look around for me. I'm Clyde, baby, she my Bonnie B. Should I die for a bitch that'll ride for me?
Dipping through the rain, me through the sheets. When I lick the spot, O-C-E-A-N. When I dive and sing, your body rock, give you seizure.
Addicted. Shorty got me addicted. Shorty got me addicted. Addiction.
I'm addicted to the way you walk, to the way
When you walk around the city with a gimbal, you realize the city is not balanced and you're walking on an angle. So like every single second I have to adjust my camera, hills, like it's crazy. It's mad weird. Like right now I'm walking downhill on a slight angle in the city, but I'm walking straight, which gives you another perspective of our perspective. I want to talk to you about one of the coolest games on the Ethereum blockchain. It's called Megacryptopolis. It's a decentralized game that everyone has. Obviously, it's on Ethereum blockchain, so everyone has a piece of the pie. A couple of attributes it has is that it has a global fund where taxes and fees based on everyone's transactions in the game gets put in a pool of funds. So if you build something, if you move something, if you change something, if you create something new in the game, it uploads that Ethereum and those taxes and fees to this global fund that has been doing nothing but piling up. And what that is basically a group of people playing a game on the Ethereum blockchain, putting the money in together and challenging and battling each other for the fund. So like the whole purpose of the game is to extract funds from the global fund, extract Ethereum, right? Now it's a very difficult concept to extract Ethereum from this contract because you need to have natural resources. You need to have people in the game that you create. You have to use these natural resources to move people around and to extract other resources and other appliances to make, your influence go up. Now, what makes the world move right now? Business. So the main objective is to build a business center where you have the smartest, most effective and intelligent individuals in there extracting money from the global fund. It's not as easy as you think, and it requires a significant investment, but once you have it set up properly, you're on autopilot. Now, what I'm currently doing in the game is I'm building my natural resources and I'm pumping as much electricity and water out as possible and setting that up. I'm also creating an army of individuals. So the people that I was given and that I have, and take that, and with that revenue, I'm going to start buying up lots of land, right? Definitely around people to sabotage their markets. But I'll be on to appliances and cars and astronauts and all that stuff like that. But that's pretty much the plan. I want to give y'all a glimpse of this right here. This is the real plan. Now, that Ethereum, that Megacryptopolis is eventually one day going to let me afford that right there. I want to own this entire building. And that is the Empire State Building. Now look, the construct of Megacryptopolis is beautiful because they're mimicking the real estate market. And pretty much now, because of the microeconomy, they're reimagining and imitating real life and real issues. So, nothing works without water and electricity right now. You need that. Your office buildings need water, your office buildings need electricity. So you need sand to make concrete. You need water to make concrete. You need metal. You need steel to build these really big, tall buildings. You need rocks to help make the concrete and the ground and the bricks. You need bricks to build stone buildings and stuff like that. So the complex is almost a flawless, and also they're different type of people, class citizens. Unfortunately, in the game they show you how you'll have lower level workers, and not only people without the intelligence. So it's all structured in that format. But the crazy thing is, the people who actually make the economy move are the lower income and the not as intelligent individuals, because you need more of them. And that's one of my schematics in the game. My schematics is to I see a lot of people. I'm actually looking at a lot of people's wallets and stuff like that and see how they have things set up. And majority of them don't have it set up correctly. And that's just my opinion. They could have it set up correctly, but I see them dumping a lot of money into the game. Now, initially you can dump whatever you can afford, but that's the purpose. Dump what you can afford into the game and then start building what you have and figuring out what you have. Keep putting more money in the game. You're making it better for people like me. Now,
and she was just like,
now, okay, so what was I talking about? All right, I was talking about my schematics and my scheme on the game, and having building a large population of low income employees, or I don't want to say low income, but low capabilities, because they have capabilities. Have you based off of, they have at first intelligence, they have charisma, they have intelligence, charisma.
Well, the headline's going to be, again, anyway, is I think that you have to have a certain amount of gold in your portfolio, right, or you have to have something that's hard. There are three monetary systems that happen. The first is, in the old days, it had intrinsic value. You'd carry around gold coins. Then we come up with the idea of banks or even central banks. And what they do is they create certificates, right, we call notes, that are claims on those things. And we print many more certificates than there is money in the bank. And then that's a linked system. Right. And we did that, and we broke that in 1971. Then you have a fiat monetary system, which means that you can print whatever amount of money you want, and you can put that, and that's what governments do. So we're in that part of the cycle, bigger picture, so that when you think about things, the depreciation of the exchange rate and the printing of money, I think over the next few years is going to be the biggest thing.
If you want to buy gold, you buy Bitcoin?
No, there are two purposes of money: a medium of exchange and a storehold of wealth. And Bitcoin is not effective in either of those cases now.
Store of wealth?
No, because first
potentially,
of all, it's too volatile. Because of the volatility, you can't go next to it. Someday when I would say Libra or something which is as